Hi there, my name is Kunneberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Extinction Jurassic Predators. It's an action-adventure film. Came out in 2014, although Amazon says it came out in 2020, which isn't true. It's rated 15, it's an hour and 43 minutes. Amazon is 3.1 out of 5, IMDb is also 3.1 out of 10. I read the Amazon synopsis. Deep in the Amazon jungle, a group of scientists are on a dangerous mission. When their guide suddenly abandons them, they find themselves in a savage and hostile environment. However, things turn deadly when they find they're in the middle of a hunting ground for a pack of prehistoric predators long thought extinct. So the director is Adam Spinks, who directed Voices of Hope. Producers, well, there's 6 of them, so I picked the main one. So it's Ben Loyd-Holmes, Loydholmes, who produced Dragon Kingdom. Music, well, there's no composer as such, there's just sound department, so it's Mark Williams, who did the music for Survivors. The cast, the main ones as usual, we have Sarah Mack, M-A-C, who is Michelle, who is in Montana. Daniel Karen, C-A-R-E-N, who is James, who was in Breaking Down. And Ben Loyd-Holmes again, he was Professor John Howson, and he was in All the Devil's Men. It was filmed in Wales, in the UK, and it's also known as Extinction, Jurassic Island Primeval Empire, Jurassic Island, and The Expedition. So it's freebie, so I watched on Amazon. It's got like 4 sets of ads. There's a disclaimer kind at the beginning. I don't know what it was about. I was trying to read it, but I don't see it right next to the monitor. But then it disappeared. But it's not a freebie thing. Freebie doesn't have this kind of thing. And when people think about freebie on Amazon, everyone thinks, oh, loads of adverts, I'm having that. It's like, they last about a minute. If you watch stuff on terrestrial TV, you might as well go off and make a cup of tea. So I obviously I don't always read the synopses. It's like a let's record everything on a camera type film. We all know the type. You know, ones that you feel like you just want to just kill the person who designed this kind of thing. It's like, geez. So there's some crappy cuts at the beginning, viewing the floor when he's running down into the airplane and stuff like this. And this was literally 2 minutes in. I thought, my God, I'm going to be in hell, but I'm going to persevere. I've watched some crap films like this before, but I thought I'd go for it. It zooms in and out. There's no focus at times. The cameraman, I think, should die first. It was James. So it's the British people, Michelle and James. So we hear some good old phrases that anyone from Britain would understand. So they're driven somewhere, but they're lost. In the background's this weird rattling noise, which I don't know what it was. So now they're lost, but what better than driving deeper into the jungle instead of just, I don't know, turning around. They're like, wait, we don't know. Well, let's keep going forward then. It's like, yeah, why not? I actually think most of the other people want to kill James. I know exactly what they mean. He's, yeah, it's not just a cameraman. He definitely speaks a lot. So it's 1 AM in the morning. James is on the camera in the car, right? And they're sleeping because they're broken down. But I couldn't hear a solid word he was saying. Because they're like... And I turned the volume up. I was like, I can't hear anything. Oh. And then we have sounds of a dinosaur. Of course, they don't know it's a dinosaur, but they said, okay, all stay in the car. So James jumps up and jumps out to get out of the back of the car. And everyone's going, no, don't go in, don't go out. And he's like, I want to see what it is. Which is understandable, because I think most people would. But they were like, no, get back in the car. Tim, who is Simon Burbage, is wise. So the morning after, others say, let's stay. Let's stay here in the car. And Tim says, I think we should go back. We can't, Tim. You know why we're out here, and besides, we have no idea what happened. Exactly. We don't know what happened, but whatever it was scared the life out of an experienced jungle guide so much that he ran away. What I'm saying is, why are we still sitting here? And it's just like, yeah. I agree completely with that one. Why are you still sat there? The experienced guide got the hell out of there. but you stayed. It's lovely scenery. I didn't know it was filmed in Wales, but it was a really nice place when he was scanning the horizon. I kind of really want to know where it was. I mean, Wales is a big place. There was a book that James was reading called Evolution's Secret. I don't even know if it exists. I'm going to check it out and have a look. But it was a book that James was reading because he was really into this thing, kind of thing. It probably doesn't even exist. Let's have a look. I'll type it up. No, it doesn't. It's not in Amazon anyway. So the professor has a milk snake. So we're learning about stuff as usual. I tend to find this in a lot of let's call them cheap films or B movies or whatever you want to call them. So if you watch all the like Hollywood films and stuff, you don't really learn anything except how to shoot people and all. That's basically it. And there's usually some crappy bloody politics in the background or something, or some PC crap that nobody cares about. But in these low budget films or whatever, they tend to just go off cuff. So he's like, here's a milk snake, and as you can tell, this milk snake is low, and he goes in full depth about this milk snake and how you can tell one out, and all. It's like I didn't even know what a milk snake was. Let's look up a milk snake. They're quite large. Oh yeah, there they are. They're red. They're very nice. So I think I've got this on the image that I've. No, I didn't have it. I can't remember if I got the image. But James has this huge bug on his face. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's on my face, Professor! And he's kind of like freaking out. It looks like a praying mantis or something. It's quite funny because that's what most people would do. Professor, who's the Ben Loyd-Holmes, is actually a good guy, you know. Whilst Tim was looking in this hole for a jaguar, you know, like you do, because they still think it's like normal creatures all around this place. A scorpion's on his back, so of course James is recording it. Professor says, "Oh yeah, just keep looking in there. Can you see him? Can you see? Why would you be looking in the hole where a jaguar might be?" But he's like, "Can you see? And whilst they're doing that, they're gently guiding off this scorpion without him knowing. He's like, "Yeah, just keep looking." And then Professor holds this lovely yellow snake. I don't know what type it was. It was one of those, I don't know, big, lovely. There's some lovely snakes. I must admit, the professor had the patience of a saint towards James. I'd have smacked him before then. So 1 hour in, finally we see something. That's right, all the way up to this hour, you would never have known there were dinosaurs. I mean, apart from the sound. But you would never have known at all. So something long with some sort of like long neck and a teeth was peering into the tent. Don't worry, James and Michelle are running. Light off, but the camera's still on. So basically, pitch black, no images at all, just them yelling, "Oh my god, let's go over here!" And it's like, how can we save money? I know, let's turn off the camera, leave the volume on, put the camera over there, and we'll have a cup of tea while everyone starts yelling and screaming for 5-10 minutes, because you can't see anything. Literally, there was nothing. There was no images, nothing. It was just pitch black. I saw a dinosaur grab somebody like in the stomach. I had no idea who it was. The bloody camcorder was bouncing all over the place. I was like, I don't know. So it's daylight. You spent all night in darkness, running away. Even climbing up some rocks in the dark like you do. You wake up to hear one nearby. You creep up and see it eating a body down below. Do you sit as quiet as possible or scream out loud? It's pretty impressive though, the dinosaur head. I had no idea the type. They find the rest, and Michelle's arm is resting on a log, and there's spiders crawling nearby, kind of like a tarantula, but not that kind of thing. And James yells, "Michelle, Michelle!" And she's like, "What?" He's goes, "Michelle!" And she screams, and then he's like, James just goes, "I'm sick of this place." And I thought, yeah. So someone's hurt, and James trying to use a bandage. And it's not like blockbuster films again, like I say, like they really know what they're doing. He acts like how real people would react. crapping himself, trying to speak calm, doing the best he can with no experience. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? You know, that. Whereas in blockbuster films, as we all know, there could be, I'll just say Tom Cruise, because everyone knows him. And he's playing some sort of guy who just middles around in his office. And all of a sudden somebody has their leg chopped off. But don't worry, Tom knows exactly what to do. He can just make the tourniquet, seal him up, and off they go. It's like, if I saw somebody with their leg torn off or something, I'll be actually around the corner throwing my guts up. The guy will bleed to death. This was I had to rewatch this a couple of times. It was so good. This bit where this head is literally sniffing the air near them, and they're sitting as still as possible, hands still in front. Ignore that. It's the dog's. He's seeing somebody outside. So they're sitting there, hands in front, scared to death. Obviously the camera's recording it all. And then it attacked. Jurassic Park, eat your heart out. It's nothing like Jurassic Park. It was like, my God, I never saw that in Jurassic Park. All that was just money again. It's Spielberg. It's gonna be good. So I'm watching this goddamn film in the dark, like I always do, and the camera fell into water, and then it appeared on land. Cue the glitchy video, flashing, unblur and blur. Perfect. It's just what you want to see when you're basically watching a film in the dark. Is of the images, and you're like, I can't see a thing. This is just dry. And it literally lasted about 20 minutes. I think I was going to kill myself. It was actually good. I love the action when we saw the dinosaurs. James was great as the cameraman. So was the professor. Sure, it's a bloody camcorder throughout, but actually it was well done. The end credits music is good. I'm going to go for a 6, maybe even a 5.5. Yeah, that was a good film. I enjoyed that one. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of what do I call it? Extinction Jurassic Predators. That's what it's called in Amazon. That's why I picked it that name. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews, quite a few dinosaur ones if you want to find any of those. Give me your thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Have you watched this film? Did you enjoy it? Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.